please be better than Igor. We're back with studio album number, I believe it's 7? No, 6, by Tyler, the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. This kind of was not necessarily a surprise release, but we got a real short notice with this one, but I gotta say the way he rolled this album out was nice with the music videos and the little skits that he was doing, and this album comes 2 years after his massive success, Igor. Now, as you know, I'm not necessarily a big fan of that record. Do I think it's horrible? No, I believe I gave it like a 4 out of 10, but I knew that Tyler could do better in my eyes. There just wasn't much that, meshed with me when listening to that record. This is 16 tracks, and it would be fairly short if it wasn't for the 2 long songs on there, but really, a lot of the songs just come and go, and there's also a couple interludes thrown in. Let's just start it off with my least favorite. Run It Up. I don't know, there's just something about that constant just run it up echo in the background that really brings the song down. Sweet, I Thought You Wanted to Dance is the last one that I really didn't like. It's almost 10 minutes long, and yeah, sure, it does its thing in some places, but I just found myself bored out of my mind for the most part. Songs I found okay, Saint Baudelaire, which is his real last name, Tyler's real last name. I thought it was alright kicking off the album, but nothing too spectacular overall. We have Wusyaname, which was one of the songs that was released before the album, and I just kind of remember being like, yeah, it's alright, nothing special again. And then Manifesto and Safari are my last 2 that I was just like, meh. I think that Domo Genesis does a good job on Manifesto, but that's really about it. Then my favorite tracks, we have Corso, Lemonhead, Lumberjack, which was an absolute banger from the beginning. That was the first thing he released and then announced the album. Hot Wind Blows, Massa, Rise, Juggernaut, which has to be my favorite song on the record. It just goes very well. Lil Uzi Vert does well on this track, and Pharrell Williams sings the chorus. It's just overall fun. And then Wilshire, which is an 8.5-minute song that I believe does better than the other long song on the record and just definitely keeps me more interested in listening. And with this record, it seems like Tyler went back to the basics of things that made him, entertaining. It wasn't anything that was gonna, make you freak out, on, Bastard or one of his early projects. I think the days of him being, a shock artist are kind of way over. He still does it somewhat here and there, but it's not necessarily going to, pop up as much as it was, and a lot of the stuff that he was singing about back then, I guess he just can't really sing about now, or else, God forbid, cancel culture would still hit him. But overall, to me, it's definitely a nice step up from Igor. I felt more entertained, and it just felt like Tyler overall. I think really what made me upset about Igor, and I think I mentioned this, was Igor was his more mainstream album. He was pretty popular, but he'd always been like, I don't need awards, I don't need to get into the mainstream, this and that and the other, and Igor kind of just contradicted all that. With this record, yeah, there's going to be stuff that's going to be played in the mainstream, but I highly doubt it's going to get the praise like Igor. It kind of reminds me a lot of Denzel Curry, his album after Taboo. It's it's good, but, it's not as good as the product before, and it probably will just be swept under the leeway for the most part, but it's not bad. This one, I'll give a 7 out of 10. Nice listen, and a nice rebound from Tyler, in my opinion. But you guys can tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this album? And until then, stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.